Hi there, so I'm going to do a book review. It's going to be on Bookends by Jane Green. This is a copy that I bought from a second-hand shop, so it's a bit beat up, but yeah, I'll just start out by reading the blurb. Kath and Cy are best friends. Total opposites, always together, both unlucky in love. Kath is scatty, messy and emotionally closed, and Cy is impossibly tidy, bitchy and desperate for a man of his own. They live near each other in West Hampstead, close to their own best friends Josh and Lucy, who are married with a devil-spawned child called Max and a terrifying Swedish nanny Ingrid. When Portia steps back into their lives, beautiful Portia, the undisputed queen of their group at university, who broke their collective hearts one night, and from whom they have all gradually silently grown apart, her reappearance sets off a chain of events that tests Kath at her friend and her friends to the limit. Does Portia have a hidden agenda, or is she looking for happy endings all round? Whatever the outcome, none of them could ever Whatever the answers, none of them could ever predict the outcome. So this is quite a long book. It is... Hello. It is 394 pages long. And I did read this quite a number of years ago, but completely forgot the story. So I thought I'll reread it again as a, obviously, brewing tea bag channel. You listening? And for me, this book is more about is more about the relationships between the characters. Because you start off in university. These are all these are in university. Kath, Cy, and Josh, and Portia. Now Portia does something really bad. When I say really bad, it's not like murder or anything like that. But she does something that is not acceptable, not really nice. So she basically gets phased out. So we've started off in university, and then we've got many years later, we see all the characters again. You've got Kath, and you've got Cy, you've got Josh. Portia is nowhere to be seen, and Josh is now married to Lucy, and they have a very annoying little kid called Max, who is like a little devil. And although Portia does come into this book, I think, to be honest with you, I think the characters were starting to change in themselves anyway before Portia turned up, but maybe the character of Portia kind of sped up what kind of happens. It's a very easy book to read. It's at the beginning till about 2/4 of the way through. It's a very nice story about characters, you know, friends, kind of getting along with each other, and you know, just being proper friends, you know, being there for each other. And you've got Kath and Lucy, who decide to start a bookshop. Well, a book/cafe. Lucy runs the cafe, and Kath takes care of the book. Ooh. Takes care of the bookshop. There's not a lot about the bookshop in even though, you know, it's got bookends on the front. There's not a lot about the bookshop in here. It's something they do. The star of this book is definitely the relationship between the characters, and about 3/4. I mean, I was reading this kind of thinking, oh, this is nice. This is a nice kind of character relationship type story. Kind of, you know, easy and very nice. Till I get to about 2/3 of the way through the book, and something happens, and it's like, oh, it can't happen. It's not allowed to happen. And oh my god. For me, getting to that 2/3 point, it was an okay book. It was really good. But then when I hit that 2/3 point and something happens, it turned into a great book, an absolutely fantastic book. I loved it. It's the first book I've read of Jane Green. Again, this is the second time I've read it. But I'm definitely going to be reading more of hers. I've got a few of hers on the shelf over, I don't know if you can see, those are the Jane Green ones there. So I'm definitely going to be reading more of hers, because if they have endings like it does here, so good. So I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10 for Bookends by Jane Green. Thanks very much for watching.